Hi, welcome to Justin's Cocktail Hour. I love cocktails. I know everything about cocktails, except for why they're called that. There's no tail on them, not usually.
Aloha folks, welcome back to Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. We have another guest this week, and this is a dude, God, I don't know how long I've known him for, but the first time I ever met him was at Don the Beachcomber in Sunset Beach. I invited him to his show because I saw a segment that he did on his own YouTube channel about oceanic arts. And I was like, this guy's kind of spazzy. But then I kept watching, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This guy's a genius. We've been buddies ever since, and I almost never get to see him in person, but I watch him all the time on YouTube, and every time we get together, it's always like we've been hanging out the whole time. So I would love to welcome my buddy, Justin Scard, on the show.
So weird. I've been here many times and never on the show.
I didn't have the show.
Dude, you should have had the show the whole time though. This should have been a show the whole time.
It's a show now. Actually,
when I first met you, you sent me a video that was a pilot for a different show that the Breezeway was in.
Oh yeah.
Before it was like this. Dude.
Yeah, because we literally built this space for a TV show. Bamboo.
What year was that?
Bamboo Ben did that. I don't know, that must have been like 10 years ago.
It didn't seem like it was that long before I met you because it was like still pretty much in the same kind of condition.
Like sparse.
Since I've known you, this place has become cluttered and awesome. Like cluttered in a good way.
Cluttered in like a beachcomber way.
Exactly. Like in a sick hoarder way.
If you don't know who Justin Scard is the king of YouTube.
No.
He has a YouTube channel that does pretty well.
Also, I'm in the Youth Coast Guard Auxiliary and I just jumped ship to be here. I thought I was gonna drown, so.
I feel like he wore this because he knows how much of a big fan I am of Back to the Future as well.
I also wore this to impress you. Are you impressed? Come on, dude. It's this like Hawaii on the back, so it's it's good.
What is your favorite tiki cocktail?
My favorite, I rarely drink now. I used to drink all the time. My favorite cocktail back in the day was whiskey. Canadian Mist,
yep.
Kentucky Gentleman, what are the other cheap whiskeys?
Old Crow.
Old Crow,
yep.
Early Times, just the cheap, playing the show and just, and then when I got divorced, I started clean living, started doing YouTube, I was like, hey, no drinking. The only time I drink is when I'm with you.
I know.
And it's always tiki drinks.
Yeah.
And my favorite one ever is Lapu Lapu.
The Lapu Lapu.
I felt like they were so good at Don the Beachcomber.
Yeah, and actually, you know where I was earlier today?
Where?
Don the Beachcomber.
No, really?
Yeah, so I was on a photo shoot.
What does it look like in there?
I was driving north and I was like, oh, Himalayan Grill is open, which is the old Don the Beachcomber Sam Seafood.
I haven't been in there.
Yeah, it's a little depressing.
The tiki's all white. They're abominable snow people.
No, it's just sparse. It's not. It feels like all the soul was ripped out of it.
Are all the fountains and everything still in there?
They're in there, yeah. And the tikis are still in there. The Dagger Bar is now filled with chairs. It's like a chair storage.
We're gonna do GoFundMe and just buy Don the Beachcomber.
Yeah, I don't know. What were they asking for? 5-6 million?
Easy, chump change.
GoFundMe.
I guess we won't be doing that.
Oh.
We'll have to make the cocktails here. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, then what are we doing? We're gonna make the Lapu Lapu.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. And you never make it for me. Have you ever made it for me? I don't think so.
I don't know, but I know that your fiance loves painkillers.
Yes. Well, I was just telling you.
The cocktail painkiller.
Every time I'm like, yeah, Lapu Lapu, all the tiki guys are always like, I don't know about that. How about a painkiller, Navy grog? I'm like the only one who's like, yeah, come on, give me the, it's the citrus. I don't know, I just like the citrus, man.
It's really good. All right, so for the Lapu Lapu, we will be using lemon, oranges, simple syrup, passion fruit syrup, dark Jamaican rum, and light rum. And we're gonna use this white stash from Hamilton. White Stash.
Oh, it is. It's actually called White Stash. Yeah. I was like, okay.
By the way, I have a beard and a mustache.
Yeah, that's really, it's freaking me out. I can't look at you too much. I'm just going to look at them.
But everybody who's watched the show only knows me this way. I've seen you
on the internet with the beard a lot and not in person a lot.
Do I look older or sexier?
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Don't know what that means. All right, let's make the cocktails. We're gonna start by squeezing a lemon.
I do this all the time in my dreams, but not a lot in real life. What do I do?
It's a weird thing to say.
I just squeeze it with my hand.
No, you should probably cut it in half.
I think I could do it just by hand though.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm not gonna start.
Oh, okay, I thought maybe you could.
Okay, what do I do? Cut it in half?
Yeah, don't cut your finger off. It's very sharp.
Oh.
Ceramic. We're gonna need 2 ounces of lemon juice.
Okay.
So squeeze that guy until you get to
Like
the...
that? Like put them...
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
the
you
juicy
know.
way. All right. I've never done this before.
You've never squeezed fruit before?
Oh, well, just for fun, but never professionally. Okay, I got it.
Okay, another one.
Okay. Oh, another one. More? Well, I already got the 2 ounces.
That's 1 ounce.
Oh, that's 1 ounce.
Yeah, you're on the metric side.
I promise I can
You
count.
must be in Canada.
Oh, I'm on this side. All right, okay, here we go. I am Canadian half.
Why'd you say it like that?
That's the Canadian way. Okay, true story. I knew a guy. He was my roadie forever, and his stupid parlor trick, like when we would go on tour with other bands and stuff like that, was we go to Denny's or somewhere. He'd ask for a lemon, and he would squirt it into his eye. So everyone thought this was a great trick, except for one band we toured with, and the entire band sat there at Denny's, stone face, dead silent, and the whole rest of the tour they were like, I don't know about that guy. You need to get that effing guy off this tour.
Really?
He's a freak. He squirted a lemon in his eye. They were
Yeah.
extremely offended, so can't please everybody.
What was that? Who was the band? Was it a band that...
Cheap Sex. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So they didn't find that appealing. Can you use that with a lemon? Yeah, it's appeal.
Yeah, we're not peeling anything.
That's true.
You want to put that in the thing?
Oh yeah, okay. Ready? Did I do it good?
That was super good. All right, let's go on to the orange.
Oh, do I have to cut it again?
Yeah.
All right. Good. I heard that's a good one. Oh, dude, that's not right. You cut it. You don't cut it right on the bar.
Did. You ruined my bar.
I scratched the bar.
Oh. All right.
All right, I'll leave.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh wait, you know what?
What?
We're making 2 drinks.
Yes. Oh, we got to do twice as much.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw you make this mistake before.
I did.
And I told myself I wasn't going to let you do it.
You know what I should do?
What?
We should get a separate glass.
Okay.
Okay.
You don't want to drink out of my glass? I'm offended. I'm just going to be here cutting and squeezing. Oh, man. By the way, the reason I'm doing this isn't because I'm that weak. It's because I'm really scared of lemon juice in the eye. I told you the lemon juice in the eye story. Wow. Yeah, look how hard I'm trying, Spike. This is not a very juicy lemon, and it was huge. See how that spurt just came out? I'm kind of worried about my...
Spurted.
Wait a minute. Should not be doing this without eye protection. Is it in here? Did it just get a lot cooler out here? Okay, there we go. See how they're Blockbuster glasses?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that when you went to the last Blockbuster on Earth?
Yes. And okay.
Where's that place?
Bend, Oregon. Yeah, just around the bend. This is why I don't work in the cocktail industry. What is
Oh,
this?
that's why. That's another lemon.
Oh,
Yeah.
the glasses they're not working out.
All right, let's go on to the oranges. What is this?
I'm so sorry.
We need 3 ounces of orange juice.
Ooh. And you want me to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't fit. How do you squeeze that orange that won't fit?
You gotta kind of, just hold her in there, so to speak.
That's what he said? I don't know. Oh, I told you you don't want me. What is that? 1.5?
You just like pour the orange out. It's like 1.5.
Oh, this is gross.
So if you can do that twice.
This is gross.
That is gross. Ugh.
I should have brought some from the orange tree in my backyard.
Oh, you got an orange tree?
I got these beautiful orange trees. There we go. There's 2.
There's 2.
Yeah, I have this orange tree back there with bright green oranges. Perfect for cocktails. This keeps shooting out the side. It's getting everywhere.
I think you hurt that orange.
This is pretty much
Enough.
my love life in one metaphor.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's 3 per drink.
Yeah, so we need another ounce to complete.
Okay, so that makes 1.
Yep.
Right, I don't want to waste it.
Okay, there's the orange juice for 1. Let's do another one real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
You know,
Oh my God.
Spike, I don't know if you know. Oh, whoa.
This is just a mess.
You know about this. I told you.
Wait, dump it into that.
Okay.
Turn it.
Oh, I didn't know that was.
Yeah, there's a thing.
All right, I'm learning a lot.
I
and
know.
also getting very sticky, just like prom night. And
Can you say that?
yeah,
I feel like you don't say that kind of stuff on your show.
it's okay.
All right.
We're drinking.
Oh, we are. That's true.
These oranges, this is not my fault. The oranges are too big for the thing.
Where you're sticking that
It's all right. Oh my gosh. So there's 2.
Okay. There's
This
2.
is hard work.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this,
Uh-huh.
but they sell orange juice at the store.
Never heard of that.
Pre-squeezed.
Yeah. Here's the reason why you don't want to use orange juice out of a, what would you call it? Out of a carton?
Carton.
Yeah.
Donald Duck carton orange.
They add all kinds of sugar and all kinds of other stuff. And I mean, what does it take to squeeze an orange? Well, apparently a lot here. Usually it's pretty quick. Use fresh fruit whenever you can. Your drinks will be so much better.
I don't think I've ever done this. I think there's more orange juice on the bar.
Call that 3.
It's a pretty good orange though.
Okay, let's get on to the simple syrup.
Okay.
So simple syrup is just sugar and water.
That sounds pretty simple.
If you go to the liquor store or the grocery store, you can spend a lot of money on simple syrup. Or you can just make it at home.
Orgeat or orgeat? What is that other stuff?
Orgeat?
Yeah. What is that?
It's like an almond liqueur.
Okay, so not the same as this.
Certainly not.
Oh, because someone told me to put that in a Lapu Lapu before, and it was not good.
No.
I didn't know why. So wait, you made this yourself?
Yeah.
How do you make it?
Sugar and water.
But like just mix in a jar and you stir it, or do you have to cook it or anything?
So yeah, so the best way to do it is to bring water up to like a simmer.
Okay.
And then the same amount of water that you put in there, put the same amount of sugar in there.
Gotcha.
So 1 to 1.
So equal parts, 1 to 1.
Yep.
Sugar and water. The first time I came here, you had like crushed Sonic style, like small ice in the freezer just for cocktails, right? This type of ice. Mm-hmm. I was so impressed, like, wow.
Yeah.
And now you're like juicing everything.
I know.
You've become the master.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm probably the best bartender in
You're gonna
California.
have to go head to head with Old Man Merrill and fight for the championship, dude.
1 ounce each of simple syrup.
Okay.
Okay, there's
Okay,
one. All right. Have you ever had passion fruit syrup?
I think only in Lapu Lapu. I've never like just drank it for fun.
That's a bad
If
idea.
that's what you're asking.
Smell that.
It smells like
Passion fruit. All right, 1 ounce each of this.
And this is like, for Lapu Lapu, this is like secret ingredient right here, right?
Yeah, this is kind of what makes the drink, I think.
So my favorite part of the Spike's Breezeway cocktail hour, am I saying that right? Am I getting the title right?
I know, it's very confusing.
Yeah, Spike's Breezeway cocktail hour is that you always know the history of all these drinks. So, is there any history behind the Lapu Lapu?
Well, I can tell you where the name came from.
Okay. Oh, I just pour this in, huh? Trust me.
Go right ahead.
Oh.
In 1521, Chief Lapu Lapu was the dude who killed Magellan.
Really? So that's in the Philippines or in Indonesia or somewhere, right? Like it's on the other side
Yeah.
of the Pacific.
And the reason why that's poignant is because Filipinos were like the bartenders in the golden age of tiki. They're the ones
Really?
who invented a lot of the cocktails, like Ray Buin at the Tiki Tea.
I didn't know that. I knew that a lot of those early restaurants had like Asian cuisine or like pan-Asian fusion cuisine and stuff, like a lot of noodle dishes and stuff like that. I did not know there was a lot of Filipino bartenders.
I believe Don the Beachcomber was the one that had the Filipinos, and Trader Vic was the one that had I think they were Chinese. In fact, the Trader Vic's at Beverly Hills still had one of the original Chinese gentlemen.
Yeah. So when you make a Trader Vic's drink, you can only use mandarin oranges.
Funny guy. 1.5 ounces of dark rum. So Lapu Lapu was traditionally served in a big, like a goblet. What do you call
Really?
this? Like
Like
a
a-
snifter.
Like one of those big wine glasses, basically, right? Like
Yeah.
with the.
You want to pour that into the thing?
Okay, yeah, in there.
And the ones that I have are kind of small, and I'm starting to wonder if they're going to be big enough for this cocktail. Because you want to have ice in it and stuff, you know?
Boy.
Okay, so 1.5 ounces of dark Jamaican rum.
Okay.
There's more rum to go in there.
Okay. Wait, more dark rum?
No,
Oh.
light rum.
Oh.
1.5 ounces of light rum.
The white stash.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Right.
You have
Like
to-
it has a mustache on it, dude. It's straight up
yeah!
white stash.
It totally does. I never saw the mustache before.
Maybe Magellan had a white stash.
Ed Hamilton, the guy that does that rum.
Oh, it's a cork. I'm spinning it, spinning it, spinning it.
You like corks?
Yeah, corks are cool.
Ed Hamilton, I think, has a white mustache. That must be where it comes from.
Okay.
I had drinks with him one time at the Blind Rabbit.
You are running low on this.
On the white stash?
my friend. You're gonna have to get a new stash of white stash, quick. I should have brought you some liquor,
No.
like just some Canadian mist or something like that. Probably.
Just so we
Are there
can-
any tiki cocktails that use whiskey?
Yeah.
Are there really?
Yeah.
I've never had. I've only had like rum-based drinks.
There are few. They're interesting, but I tend to gravitate towards the rum ones.
Okay, well, when you do the whiskey ones, I'm watching because I want to see that go down.
Okay.
Well, the rum ones are sweet. They're so good.
Yeah.
Who knew alcohol could be so creative and fun?
So there's the cocktail.
Okay.
That is the Lapu Lapu. Oh, Chief Lapu Lapu.
Chief Lapu Lapu.
Right. Let's be formal about it here.
I didn't discover the tiki world really. I felt like, oh, it's this closed world till you invited me in, and I realized it's actually the most friendly, most open, welcoming group of people I've ever met in my life. And by the time I came in, there was pretty much Trader Sam's down here and Don the Beachcomber.
Yep.
So you could either have a Disney drink, which are, some would say they're super good, depending on what bartender, and there was Don the Beachcomber, which was really good, from what I understand, but they were pre-mixing drinks by then, and it was
the consistency was spotty.
yeah. So this is the one thing I really liked down there because it was always kind of the same, except the garnish would always change, whether it was an orange.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was always in a different kind of glass, and it was like, well, whatever. What is that?
Sprinklers.
Storm! Hold on!
So,
Oh, it's stuck in the wall. I was gonna grab the wheel.
you know, yeah.
All right.
We are going to put some ice into this guy here. Oh, have you ever shaken a cocktail before?
No.
Oh, this is exciting. So our friend Kelly Merrill from Trader Sam's
Yes.
taught me that I was doing it wrong.
Oh. Is
For all
there
these
a
years.
wrong way to shake a cocktail?
Yes.
Okay.
So what you do is you put it in the thing, you give it a little bit of a smack,
Oh. Whoa.
and
Oh.
and then he said that you want to shake it horizontally, like a piston.
Okay.
So he said don't smile either. John Tapper tells you to smile.
Like a hula sort of motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But John Tapper tells you to smile
Yeah.
because he's like, I don't know what he's trying to do.
Put the love into it, maybe.
Yeah. But Kelly says don't smile because it's creepy.
And you have to do it for this long?
Yeah. Till the tin's like frosty.
That's why I'm always waiting forever to get a drink. They're doing this.
That's true. Okay.
Oh.
A little bit of a smack, like right where the tin meets the glass.
Okay.
And then we are going to
Have you
serve
ever broken
these.
a glass doing that?
I haven't, but I hear it's a thing.
Ooh.
And then we are going to serve these in,
Ooh, I can smell the orange.
in these fancy little
Whoa!
guys. Looks like there's going to be too much drink
Okay.
for that glass.
Well, that just means you get seconds.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll refill these.
Sweet.
You said your fiance.
The designated drive. I see. So now I never drink. I never drink unless I'm at a tiki bar, which is super rare. Like twice a year, I'll have one adult drink, and I'm a total lush now. So I went from like drinking a whole bottle of whiskey and getting excited for the show, being fine, to like, hey, Spike's. I'm gonna tell you some stories by the end of the night. Probably leaning like this.
Why don't you do the same thing?
Okay. Wait, so I pour this into here, right?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
This is the kind of thing that I usually. This is when something breaks. In my
Okay.
experience. Okay, then
Don't break it.
I smack it, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's good.
And then I'll do it this way. So it'll
Okay.
be the opposite of the way you did it.
Yeah.
I'm really scared this is gonna spill all over me. It wouldn't be the first time today that my pants were all wet. Shake, Sonora.
You know who loves that song?
Who?
Fake Tyler.
Yes.
But keep shaking, but faster.
Oh, okay. It's a shake weight. It's a shake weight. Dude, I can feel my muscles growing. Feel that. Feel it. Spike, come on.
Super strong.
How I slap it.
Oh yeah.
Knock it over.
So grab it by the base.
So cold. Okay.
Pick it up off the thing.
I'm so scared.
And then just kind of hit it.
No, I'm too weirded out, dude. I don't want broken glass all over. I already got orange juice everywhere. We don't have one of those disgusting rags like bartenders have, you know?
We don't, but yeah, we need
green
one.
stuff on there. Little flecks of like parsley.
Ew.
You ever put parsley in your tiki drinks?
All the time. So we were gonna take a break for a second and then come back, and then we realized we didn't garnish it. So we're gonna garnish it with a lemon.
Right.
Justin cut these very precise lemon slices.
Look at that.
Super
I thought
good.
I did a pretty good job.
Yeah, super good. And then he was like, hey, do you have an umbrella or something? And he was like, well, do you put an umbrella in it? And I was like, you don't really traditionally put an umbrella in there, but a dude named Dale Woodall sent me some umbrellas.
That's a man's name.
Hi, Matt, which is my other name. Yeah.
That's weird.
As we share the love of classic vintage cocktail garnish, I had to share with you some of my latest finds. These are made in occupied Japan, 1945 to 1951. Check out the little label still attached. What better to garnish a classic with than an original umbrella? I hope it's a nice addition to your collection. Maybe it'll make it on your cocktail hour. And here it is.
No way.
So yeah, so I hate the idea of using these.
Oh, but there's more than two, so you
Yeah.
can save some.
So should we use?
We'll have to use it carefully.
Here's a pink one.
No way. And there are these little paper rings on there. What do they say?
Made in occupied Japan.
Wow.
So I'm gonna slide this little made in occupied Japan ring off of this one.
A lot of people don't realize that's where a lot of the whole tiki phenomenon started, right? All the GIs coming home from the Pacific in the first round, and then also occupying all the countries that had to be rebuilt, staying overseas forever, staying in Okinawa or being stationed over there,
right?
And then coming back and creating their own little slice of paradise.
So it's kind of weird because they don't really like stay open.
Well, because they're so old. Look, I got mine.
Oh, what'd you put it? You push it hard, like higher up?
I pushed it all the way up. And then when it got flat, I just lowered it a little.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
See? Ah.
Okay. And then what? Like this, maybe? Ooh.
See, now these are very Asian looking cocktail umbrellas. And it kind of fits because Chief Lapu Lapu was an Asian chief. It's weird, it's a very Polynesian sounding name if you don't know the history. And I should have known that because I have read a lot about Magellan and I don't know why I didn't know that. I'm fascinated.
I don't know either.
Do you know where it comes from? Like the drink, like what bar it first appeared at? Is there like a long history, or is it one of those cocktails that's just sort of like nobody knows where it came from? It's just been around.
So I think there's different stories, but I know that the Lapu Lapu showed up on a lot of different menus. So it was one of those drinks that every restaurant basically had their version of the Lapu Lapu. The Royal Hawaiian in Laguna Beach was famous for their Lapu Lapus.
Really?
But they came in like giant bowls, and people got trashed on
Let's go. Oh,
we're about a decade late.
Dang it.
Or a decade and a half.
Look at that.
So thanks to Dale Woodall, we have these crazy vintage, what do you call them? Paper umbrellas.
Cocktail umbrellas?
Yeah.
And I was just making a joke. I was just making a random joke. Oh, you got a little cocktail umbrella? And
I know.
Oh, actually.
Turns out I totally
See, look at
did.
that one, man.
I know.
Paper can't last forever.
Well, what year are these from? I mean, 1945. So
45 to 51.
What is that, 80 years old?
Yeah.
So from the golden age of tiki, this is the Chief Lapu Lapu.
Oh my gosh, is this the moment?
This is the moment.
All right, cheers.
It's like the Hawaiian wedding song. This is the moment. Or how does that go?
I don't know.
All right.
See, dude, that is so good.
That's so good.
I love these things. It's like a tiki lemonade. I mean,
it's very sweet. It's very sweet. You get a lot of the passion fruit syrup and almost no rum.
No, you don't taste the rum at all.
There's no rum.
I think that's probably why I liked it at first. Like I couldn't handle the rum.
Right, but there's 3 ounces of rum in this. So it'll
Is
punch.
that a lot?
Yeah.
How much was in that Navy grog you made the other day with Dana?
Navy grog I think has 3.
So this is a strong drink, is what you're
It's a
telling
strong
me.
drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Dude, that is so good.
So you barely taste any of the rum. There's definitely a lot of fruit in it.
Yeah.
Almost immediately I kind of get that heartburn.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh yeah. The citrus heartburn.
That's
how you know you're over 35.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I never had heartburn in my life until I was 35. I never sweat in my life until I was like 31.
You never sweat?
I never sweat. I never like sweat when I would like do stuff under the arm. Maybe that's a freak thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. My favorite thing about these drinks is that I know that once we're done with them, we have like another
There's more.
whole thing. It's like going to Ruby's and getting a milkshake.
See, I always wanted you to make these for me, and now I know why you're like, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than you think it's going to be to make these things. What's a Lapu Lapu somewhere? Like $10?
I mean, most tiki cocktails.
$15?
Yeah, about $15.
Yeah, and it makes sense because when you first order a tiki cocktail somewhere, you're like, $15, it's just one little drink or whatever. And then you see like, well, they're cutting fruit, they're squeezing stuff, and there's actually a lot of different ingredients. I mean, I just never would have thought like, you know, there's so many ingredients in it. Dude, this is so good. I love this. This is a tiki drink for people who are not like super alcoholics. You know, like they're not like barflies. They don't go out and drink. They don't like down a bunch of Coors all the time. This is like an Allie drink.
Yeah, Allie would love this drink.
She's like, she always tells you, what does she always say? Like, I just don't want to taste the alcohol.
Yeah. And Allie's such like a...
She's tiny.
Tiny
She weighs
girl.
like 95 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, she's little, so.
But she loves the tiki cocktails.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to take this out because I'm really worried I'm just going to damage it. And Dale gave this to you. And it's just got to like You have a lot of pinup girls in here, so it can be a skull with the.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Look at that, Dale. Look at that, Dale. You're part of it now.
I'll probably move that because I'm afraid that's going to decompose out here.
No, it looks great.
It does look great. And with that, folks, thank you so much for joining us again on Spike's Breezeway Cocktail Hour. I sincerely would like to thank my good buddy Justin Scard for joining us on the show.
Don't thank me. I didn't buy this stuff. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know all the things.
Yeah, do all the things.
Do you say the things?
I try not to.
Yeah.
But
well, that's
every once in a while you gotta say it.
How many subscribers do you have?
It's not that many. It's like
200,000? It's more than that.
Something like that. I don't usually look. I think when I first hit 100,000, then I looked because it was like everyone was talking about it. But when I hit 200,000, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
People were texting me like, "Congratulations, man!" I was like, "What'd I do?"
Weren't you at my house when you were about to hit 100,000?
I think so. That was only
like
2 years ago, I think.
But that was a big deal.
It was weird because I tried to go slow. Like I didn't want a lot of followers. You don't want a lot of people just coming in a flood. Those are the people who are gonna be mad when you film something they don't
That's
like.
what I'm doing. I'm going very slow.
And you get the quality people. I knew because someone actually recommended this and said, "Hey, you should check this out." And dude, I've been watching all the stuff that you've been doing in here and the cocktail hour. I've learned a lot about cocktails.
Oh,
I did not know there was so much history behind all these.
Mm-hmm.
That is my favorite part. I love that.
I think the reason I wanted to do this show was specifically because I wanted to taste all these drinks. I started asking friends to be on the show, and it was like, oh, now we have like a cool conversation thing.
I love watching them, and
Thanks.
you've done a good job. And the cool part about it is its quality. Like there are lights, and there are like, I don't want to take people too far behind the scenes, but you've set it up very professionally, and your bar is set up very professionally. It's like you make the drinks the right way. You're squeezing fresh fruit, and you always bring on people who are cool, and they always like have interesting stories and stuff. So I was like, that's cool.
Thanks.
I tried to stay away. I knew I wasn't cool enough. Who's that guy with the weird voice and that face? But look at Lapu Lapu is the fruitiest of all the fruity drinks. So what you're gonna want to do now that you've got your Lapu Lapu at home, Chief Lapu Lapu.
Chief Lapu Lapu.
Is you're gonna want to take a sip, set it down, then you're gonna want to like this video, leave a comment about how handsome Spike is with the beard. Right? And then you're gonna subscribe. If you're already subscribed, you're gonna check to make sure you're still subscribed because that's a thing. And then you're gonna wanna flick that notification bell. Just flick the bell.
Ding.
And then you'll know when it's time for another cocktail. Do you have t-shirts?
No.
Okay, well, coming soon. Drinks. I'm getting drunk.
Aloha.
Aloha! Mehione me. What is it?
I don't know.
Tiki room.
Oh, yeah. So just hold it. Yeah. Just hold it out. Hold it out
I've never held a lemon like this.
Oranges. I don't think they can see you.
Dude, is this like iodine? Like, what is that?
No,
that looks like the crap you pour in a wound. this is gonna burn.
Passion fruit syrup, but
Gonna make you laugh. Dude, I'm sorry. Which is basically the story of my life, right? That's the title of my autobiography. What a great blooper reel. Okay.
Dark Jamaican rum.
Dude, I'm sorry. I messed it up. Whoop.
And light.
We gotta mix it up.
1 ounce each of simple syrup.
Now I'm doing it. Just juice going no wonder bars are always sticky.
Yeah.
Now I get it. I'm always wondering like who did what on this bar. Well, now I know. It's just like all the and look, I'm terrible. I'm sorry. It's weird because I always forget about the hangout time, so I'm like watching the cocktail hour.
Oh, right.
And like you're all done making the drink, and I'm like, oh, there it is. It's 10 minutes or whatever. And then I'm like, and then you hang out afterwards. I'm like, oh, cool. It is a cocktail hour.
It is. Well, hopefully it's not usually an hour, but I try to keep them around 20, 30 minutes, but sometimes they go on. You've had some long episodes lately.
Yeah.
Like
Well, this last one was about an hour long.
Was it?
But that's because I got to go to Enchanted Forest, you know, up in Oregon, while it's closed for the season. Hopefully not closed forever.
Yeah.
They're like trying to, you know, the COVID and all that stuff. So I saw they posted a GoFundMe, and I was like, you know, they're gonna let the local news in there. How many people are gonna watch that? Like 8,000 people or something. They're all local. They all know anyway. And I was thinking about it, and so I sent one of the sisters who owns it. It's the original family still owns it.
Yeah.
I sent her a message, and I was like, you know, you guys should let like some YouTubers in there or something like that. While the park is empty, they could film it like, whoa, empty theme park. And then maybe some people will want to check it out, and then they'll find out about the GoFundMe or whatever. So she forwards that to her other sisters who are like kind of in charge, and they're like, they love your idea. Come on up.
Wow.
I did this to myself, so I had to go all the way to Oregon. But it was pretty rad, dude, being alone in a theme park that's closed down. It was a little spooky.
Was it really?
Yeah, but I was like, that's why it was a full hour.
It's kind of a creepy place.
Yeah, a little, right? Because it's all like handmade.
Yeah.
Kind of like crooked and like, it's pretty cool, dude.
So if you don't already watch Justin's channel, go subscribe and stuff. But he kind of made a name for himself doing a lot of Disney stuff. It's like a lot of Disney stuff. And you were telling me that there was a point where you really, and this might embarrass you or whatever, but you couldn't walk down Main Street USA without people stopping you. And eventually got to the point where, not that it wasn't fun, but it's exhausting.
Yeah, for a while. Well, because the reason I was doing the Disney videos is that there wasn't really anybody doing it. There were a few people who'd been around. They're filming.
What year did you start?
POV stuff. I finally started in 2013. I thought about it for like years before that, and then I'm friends with, you know, Adam the Woo, my buddy. Back then, like, no one was following him either, but he was like, you got to do it, man. Do those Disney videos you've been talking about. Because people kind of walk around, or they'd film stuff and put like text over the screen, right? Like, did you know the Haunted Mansion? And whatever. And it'd be like weird. Remember those like text on screen videos, like old YouTube videos?
But it wasn't like somebody with a personality.
No, like nobody was doing like a show.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, it should just be short and kind of funny, like a little like MTV generation, what up? You know, like a little ADD kind of videos. And then I started doing that, and then people like it. So now there's thousands of people who are like, I'm a Disney vlogger, which is fine. But
you were the one.
Yeah, just because I was so early.
Well, you grew up in Anaheim too.
And
like,
I live right here next to the park and stuff. And so everybody kind of knew who I was. I was there every day. So then people knew who I was because of that. So I'd have a lot of people talking to me. And at first I was like, I don't know if I like this. Like, I might just not. I couldn't film because people were talking to me.
Yeah.
I couldn't like get what I wanted to get done. I was watching like comedians in cars with coffee or something, and whoever was the guest was like really shy, like, oh, that doesn't bother you, you know, when people yell your name, Jerry Seinfeld. And he's like, why should it bother me? I just stop and say hi, and they have a great day. They're happy. I'm happy.
Yeah.
And I like, something clicked in my brain, like, oh, if I like, oh, whatever. So now I just stop. I talk. People are happy, and I'm like, I switched it around in my head. Like, instead of it's like, oh, I'm trying to do this and people are stopping me, I've tried to flip my focus around to like, oh, this is cool. Like someone was happy.
It's pretty cool,
so that's cool. It's only weird when Disney doesn't like it.
Oh, really?
Like, for a while, it got to be kind of a problem where they were like, hey, you can't have meetups in our park. And I was like, well, I'm not having the meetup. People are coming up to me. Actually, the only time I ever almost got kicked out of a Disney park was because some people came up to me at night screaming, "Wah!" right? And some other people got freaked out.
Oh, really?
Told security, like, there's this guy, and he like came up to these people, and they all started screaming. I don't know what he was telling them. So then I'm surrounded by security, and they're like, what are you doing to these people? I'm like, I didn't do anything. They
oh my God,
screaming.
really?
They were just excited, like, what's up, you know? But like, yeah, someone saw it the wrong way and was like, yeah, there's a guy, and he's running around making people scream, squirting lemon juice in their eye.
But you did mention, you're like, yeah, I was at Disneyland every day. And most people would probably take that as like, oh yeah, every day.
Every day.
But like for a year.
2 years. For 2 years, I think I missed 10 days. No, it might have been like 25 days or something like that in 2 years that I was not at the park. It was a lot of time being there.
And I'm usually the kind of guy that's like every year or every other year, I'll be like, oh, I guess I should go to Disneyland.
I was there every day enough to know that that's not healthy for most people, right? There's a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'm there every day. It's like, oh, it's not good.
Yeah.
But I was going through a divorce. There was some stuff going on, you know. It was somewhere to go.
And there's, you know.
Plus, it's Disneyland. It's fun.
Well, it is fun. And it made for great content.
When's the last time you went to Disneyland? I've never seen you at Disneyland. You went to Club 33.
I did. Okay, so we played Club 33 a couple times. I went to Club 33 once with McBiff. And then before that, I went on a
Darn you, McBiff. Yeah. Anyway, yes.
I went on a date to Disneyland, and she was laughing at the castle.
What? Who laughs at the castle? Who laughed at my castle? Why? Because they'd been to Disney World? No! You can't laugh at Walt's castle?
And walking down Main Street, that's as far as we got into the park, and I was like, I'm done with this.
Listen, size isn't everything when it comes to castles, okay? That was Walt's castle.
1955,
It's
right?
the guy behind the castle, not how big it is, okay? Disney World's castle is Roy's castle. That's cool if you want Roy, but if you want Walt,
Walt's the guy.
you gotta have the little castle. You know what I'm saying?
I can't even explain to you how I felt.
It is weird, like when I go to Paris or Disney World and then I come back home and I'm like, our castle is so small. But that's like a good thing. It's like storybook land. Like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be miniature. People don't know Walt Disney was obsessed with miniatures. Like if you go to the Family Museum in San Francisco, you ever been there?
No.
It's got like miniatures that he's like the head of a movie studio and he's building little like miniature
Yeah,
cottages and stuff. And he put them on display somewhere like County Fair or something like that and called it Disneylandia. And that was where he got the name Disneyland. Was from his own little miniature models.
And he was making them himself?
Yeah, just tiny little miniatures.
Wow.
Like he cut out like the little doors and stuff.
Yeah.
People don't and he collected miniatures from all over the world. So there's a reason the castle is
And
small.
and that's also why Main Street is shrunken down too,
it's
right?
Little.
Like,
It's like Hobbit size.
Yeah.
It's perfect for hobbits.
I know.
I don't know why I never see any hobbits there. I think they all live in New Zealand with Peter Jackson.
Who's Peter Jackson?
That guy that looks like the Hobbit. And he made the movies about the Hobbit. You know who I'm talking about.
No idea. Hobbits are funny.
Hobbits, dude, I'm getting a little toasty.
Are you?
I always act silly, so there's no danger there. So I'm gonna get even more slurry. I
Yeah.
already have a soft S in my pronunciation, which makes people think that I'm like I have a lisp. They're like, oh, that guy with the lisp, and I don't have a lisp.
That's what they think.
I have a soft S. This is an actual thing, a soft S. And a lot of Italians have it for some reason. A lot of Sicilians have the soft S. I don't know why.
No.
And when I drink, it becomes more pronounced.
Even softer.
My S's get very soft, you know, so it's kind of weird.
You've been flown all over the place to go to different Disney worlds.
Yeah.
Or Disneylands.
Well, only three.
different Disneylandias.
Paris,
Yeah.
Florida, here. For the longest time, I hated these.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I was like, I liked it better as a parking lot. And it's not just me. A lot of the original Imagineers all said that. They're like, it was better as a parking lot. I missed the parking lot.
Oh.
But over the years, it got better and better. Like, I don't know when the last time you went over there was. I know you weren't a huge fan, like, when it opened.
Astro's mom, my dog's mom, has some pinup photos in the Starbucks in California Adventure.
Really?
That was the last time I was there. So
Size must be a while ago, but not that long after Starbucks was there. But DCA is way better now. Like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Pixar theming, and like DCA is a fun place. But
Yeah.
there's a park in Paris, the second park, that is like very like. I think they even said on like the Disney Plus documentaries. I'm not just trying to crap on them or whatever.
Yeah.
But they were like, yeah, that was the worst park we ever.
Oh, okay.
Like DCA had already happened and been like cut budget slash and had kind of been a failure, and so they were like, just throw it together really fast and just be done with it. So it's like very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way to say it. But now they're gonna add all this stuff to it and do a Star Wars land and a Frozen
Oh,
land
okay.
and stuff. So they're gonna make
I
it
still haven't
better.
been to the Star Wars land. I like the Mandalorian though.
Star Wars land is cool. If you go, I'm being totally genuine. Like, if you go in like, all right, cool, I'm going there for Star Wars land. I'm gonna get all into it and like be
Yeah.
really open-minded. And if you're okay with the Disney movies.
Oh.
The people that don't like the Disney movies always go in there like, it's dumb.
Oh.
And the people who go in there because they're like, I love Disneyland, they go in there like, I don't like this.
I kind of hate all of the Star Warses except for the first three and the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So everything else kind of doesn't exist to me.
The Disney Star Wars
I like the
movies.
what was the good one? The Rogue something.
Rogue One.
That was
A lot of
good,
people
right?
like Rogue One. All
You
the
don't like that
Disney
one?
Star Wars movies are like, they're like candy. They're not like the steak. Like the originals were like a juicy steak.
Yeah.
The prequels were like the mashed potatoes. Like they're okay, but I didn't need them. I really
Yeah.
I came for the steak.
Yeah.
And then the Disney stuff is like some candy
Uh-huh.
or pie or whatever, and I didn't need it. I could watch it. I could have it, but I don't need it. Do I need it? But the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian's incredible.
Whoa, like someone gave me a burger with the steak. Like, whoa, bonus meat, right? It's really good.
It's so
I
good.
love Kurosawa movies, dude, and I love like.
Oh yeah.
Like
Sergio Leone.
Yeah, Sergio Leone and Clint Eastwood movies.
Yeah,
so like,
me too.
just right from that first episode, I was like,
you know that we have absolutely the exact same taste in all movies.
It's weird. Ghostbusters is the best. What a great movie, dude.
Yeah, super good.
Why don't they make movies like that anymore?
I don't know.
Stranger Things was pretty good because
Super good, yeah.
it was like the Goonies. Like
Yeah.
they figured out like, let's make an adventure.
Yeah.
Some kids are going on an adventure. It's gonna be crazy and it's gonna be kind of adult,
Yeah.
but also like, you know, no one can figure out the formula anymore, dude. Even the people, it's weird. Like Star Wars, it was just different. It's not that it was bad necessarily. Like if you're into it, you're into it. No judgment.
But I think they were
But it
trying
was
to
super
jam
different.
a bunch of stuff into it that had nothing to do with story.
Yeah, that's the problem.
know?
And they know that. They were all really rushed.
Yeah,
I don't really
yeah.
blame anybody who made the movie. I'm putting this out there. This is my gesture of love to you.
I do.
Because you know they're all watching.
Who, Jon Favreau?
Yeah,
I like him.
Jon Favreau.
I think he's done a great job with the
J.J.
Mandalorian.
Abrams is watching. What's the other guy? Ryan Johnson is watching, dude. Last Jedi.
What about Ryan Gosling?
He killed Luke Skywalker. I know what you did.
Oh yeah. I know what you did last summer.
That bummed me out, dude. They did Luke dirty. Just saying. And they did John Boyega dirty, dude. Finn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the stormtrooper.
Yeah.
He was the best.
Yeah, he was great.
In that first movie, I was like, I cannot wait to see what happens with this guy. Him, they were all great. Then the middle movie was so bad. Then the third movie was like, we're just gonna throw all the spaghetti at the wall.
Yeah, right.
Go for it. How did we start talking about Star Wars?
I don't know, but Favreau does like the Mandalorian stuff.
Dude,
and
he's great.
And I hate to admit it, but Favreau and Swingers was like my big introduction to the rockabilly and swing scene.
The movie Swingers?
Because that was like what, 96?
Who was in that movie?
Vince Vaughn and John Favreau. I probably watched, and Heather Graham when she was super hot.
Who was that? Who else was in? Okay, Vince Vaughn.
How many
and
more
then
people do you mean?
Who was the guy running around with Vince Vaughn the whole time? Was it Jon Favreau?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so weird. I just think of him as like the Iron Man director.
It was a great movie. That really broke open like the cocktail culture to me.
Are you drunk, bro?
I think so.
Are you drunk, bro? You turn your hat sideways. Oh yeah! Wouldn't it be cool if we like did the thing?
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna do that. That's a horrible idea.
Yeah. That's weird, but okay. Yes. No.
Oh, hey, I got a question for you.
Yes.
What's your favorite tiki bar?
Dude, the first tiki bar I was ever in. Oh wait, we're gonna fill it up first. Oh. I just remembered I don't have to drive because for 1 second I was like, "Do you want some of mine, bro? Like I'll share with you. I'm your friend."
Oh, that's gonna be
That doesn't work. These glasses are no fun, dude. They don't work.
No. Sprinklers are going in.
I'm glad we did that. Hello, Spike. That's just for you for later. You're like, what the heck? I did almost get in a fist fight with you.
We're back.
Oh.
Come back.
Okay. Well, I didn't know. I didn't know if this is the part where I go change outfits.
Oh, you're gonna change outfits?
Yeah. See?
Oh.
Yeah.
Favorite tiki bar?
I like how you always try to make your drinks in the period collect or can't talk.
Oh, here we go.
I like how you always make your drinks, or try to at least, in the period correct, not collect. That's what I did earlier. The period correct like glasses that they would serve it at the different restaurants in. Like to me, that's one of the reasons why I like your show, because that's, I don't know, I'm like kind of nerdy about history and stuff. So to me, that's fascinating. And I like that there's probably a lot of people out there who are going, oh crap, we're serving in the wrong glass. Like we better like switch it up or whatever.
Well, I think it's so funny that there are, and I don't want to get into this thing where I'm talking badly about other cocktail shows because I don't watch any of those, but there are shows that have like 87,000 views and it's like, wow, you did make everything correctly, and then you put it like in a rocks glass. And I go,
right,
okay, but that drink was served in this really specific glass.
I'm like, you could look at it two ways. People could look at it like, oh, he's being really anal. Can we say anal? I think in that context you could say anal, right? He's being really anal about like the glass, like who cares or whatever. But the thing about it is, if you're gonna go down the history route and stuff, like, yeah, you don't have to like hate somebody because they put it in the wrong cup, or
Certainly
put it in
not.
a solo cup. Go for it. But it's really cool that like you try to mix in like the period correct glasses, and that I've seen you actually order glasses for like old Trader Vic's glasses and different stuff to do it. But what was the one with the ice volcano or the cone?
Oh, the cone? Oh, that was the Navy grog.
Dude, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, look at this guy buying a cone maker. Like, where do you even find that? I mean, eBay, but how do you even know what to look for? Like, I would never.
Cocktail Kingdom, yeah.
If I was gonna make a cocktail, I'd go to Bevmo or whatever and be like, hey, where's the tiki cocktail mix? Like, I wouldn't know anything. So I appreciate that you're trying to like, you're taking this kind of knowledge that like, people like me before, I would have never gone into a tiki bar because I would have been like, well, I don't know anything about it, and all these rockabilly guys are all cool, they know all like the different stuff, and now there's a way to find out this stuff.
But the reason that I even know you, or we're even buddies, is because you did that first video from Oceanic Arts.
I wish that I could have done better. I wish I had waited till now to do that video. Almost kind of.
Oh, right.
Like, I would do it so different, and those guys know me now.
Yeah.
But they know me because of the video, right? Like.
But you can do it again.
Speaking of Oceanic Arts, by the way, I'm kind of bummed out because they're closed for coronavirus.
Yeah.
And Bob and Leroy are elderly now. I think we can safely say they're getting on in years. So I definitely am glad that they're staying safe, but it's kind of a bummer because their online catalog is very confusing. And I now just rented a house. I've upgraded. I have a backyard. I need to build a tiki hut.
I know. You need stuff.
I need to build a tiki hut, and then you get to come over and judge it. Speaking of period correctness, I'm like, nah. And one thing, I don't know why, but I had to bring this up on your show.
Yeah.
This was very important to me to bring up. One thing, someone was like, oh, cool, you could put some like Pirates of the Caribbean stuff in there.
Whoa.
It is really important to me that and I'm not even the guy. I'm not even like the tiki guy, okay? I got this today. You know, this. Like, I'm not the guy. But even I know pirate stuff does not go in the tiki bar. Like, pirates is another thing. Like, when you go in someone's backyard, they're like, dude, check out my tiki corner. And it's all like, yo ho, yo. And you're like, oh, no.
And parrots and stuff.
Yeah, pirates are like kind of, the Caribbean's a different thing.
My bass player Shorty said it best. It's the wrong sea, man.
It's the wrong sea. You're talking about the Caribbean. I mean, you know what I'm really nerdy about? Okay, this is gonna sound weird. And before I even came to Don the Beachcomber or Oceanic Arts or anything, actually I've been to Oceanic Arts years ago, but that's a long story. I'm really nerdy about Captain Cook.
Really?
Like, this is an actual fascination for me. Like, I have all his journals, and then I have like this book. It was really hard to find, actually. It's really expensive, of like the drawings that were done on his first voyage, like through the Pacific and stuff.
Yeah.
And like a lot of those islands were discovered. Okay, I'm using the quotes, discovered by Captain Cook and those expeditions and stuff like that. So it's like fascinating, like the first contact.
For sure,
like, in these different islands around Fiji and stuff like that. And so I've always been into like Oceania.
Yeah.
And I've got like books about like how to read like mostly New Guinea, like art, like oceanic art and stuff. So I love like the mix of that with like pop culture in the 50s and this weird create your own paradise. Like,
I think that's what's so great about tiki is that a lot of people get all up on this weird thing about cultural appropriation and stuff, but I think that tiki has really brought a lot of knowledge to people.
Yeah.
It's made people like us want to learn more about the authentic, like where it comes from.
Well, as a history nerd, tiki, this is just a fact. Tiki pop, I guess you could say tiki pop, or like the whole restaurant culture and all that stuff. Okay, there's people who want to be negative on it now because that's sort of the swing of the culture right now. Like, oh, it's not sensitive. But the missionaries by the early 20th century had wiped out like a lot of the traditional culture. Even, were you talking even into the 20s and 30s and 40s, like it was gone, it was kind of taboo and like...
Well, you look at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel in Waikiki, and it's in a colonial style.
Right.
So that is very not Polynesian.
People, sailors, and these interesting, weird characters that made up some of the early tiki bars and went over there. Like people like Bob and Leroy, actually, who were over there in the 60s.
Yeah.
Going into these neighborhoods and going, hey, does anybody carve these statues? Like, what are they? Like, it gave people a financial incentive to like come out of the closet in a way with like some of their culture and their history that had been held back by grandparents who were scared to tell anybody because they were going to get in trouble. You weren't allowed to speak your own language. Dances. And that gave the tourists coming gave another financial incentive to like places like Hawaii, like, oh wow, we really need to embrace this stuff.
Yep.
And like actually, in a weird way, the fake stuff ended up kind of preserving and restoring like some of the real stuff.
I absolutely agree.
And that's kind of rare with that stuff. But
it
like,
really is, yeah.
Tiki in a weird way.
Yep.
It was actually helpful that
For
people
sure.
came and were like, what is all this crazy stuff? Because it ended up like tablecloth. Like now there's a reason to make tablecloth because people want it for restaurant lights, right?
Yeah.
And so now you have people going to the old ladies in the community and going like, how do we make this stuff? What
Right.
does this mean? And that's preserved now.
Totally.
And it would have gone away. It would have been nothing.
I know.
So it's a weird, you never know, dude. It's like buffalo, right? Buffalo were gonna go extinct until they started serving up buffalo steaks and burgers. And then they're like, we need to farm more buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
And we kept the American bison alive.
Yeah.
I want to save the pandas. Maybe we should make panda steaks. That's a little too far.
It's horrible. They're
Yeah.
so cuddly,
Would you eat
though.
a panda steak?
Yeah.
If you knew it was gonna save the pandas, you would eat a panda steak?
No, dude.
No, I couldn't do it. They're too cute.
I love pandas.
They're too cute, right?
They say that they're not really soft, though. They're bristly.
I mean, I know you have a dog, but are you a dog person or a cat person?
I have a dog. I'm allergic to cats.
Me too, but I have 2 of them.
That's insane.
Jerks.
Yeah, but you like your cats.
Yeah, sometimes. But I couldn't eat the cats because they're so cute.
Wait, who's talking about eating your cat? This drink gets very cloggy.
It's very messy, dude.
Yeah.
We need bigger straws.
By the way, I think it's funny that because you have to worry about what people are going to say on your show because you have a gazillion people paying attention to you.
I don't pay attention to them, though. No, I'm kidding. I do.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the secret is?
Wait, what's your favorite tiki bar? Oh, wait, no, say your secret. What's the secret? Fuck, I'm wasted.
Yeah, I know. That's the problem. I'm getting loose over here. Wait, what was the question you asked me first that I was even answering with that?
What's your favorite tiki bar?
No, before that.
Panda meat.
No, no. Where I was like, people.
Oh, yeah.
What people say. I feel like you were gonna say something about like, you gotta watch what you say.
Yeah, you gotta watch what you say because you have a lot of people paying attention to you. Whereas
That's true.
I don't get a bunch of negative comments on my thing because I've got 1,000 people paying attention.
The thing is, though, somebody told me like a long time ago, like Never Count Heads. That was like my first show I ever played, and I was like telling this guy that had been like on European tours and stuff. I was like, this dude that was in a metal band, dude. I can't remember what they were called. Dark Angel, like a very Metallica sounding band from the '80s. And he was like, dude, never count heads.
What does that mean? Never
Huge
count
mistakes.
heads?
Like, don't be up there and be like, cool, there's like 75 people at the show, because then when there's 65 or 10, you're gonna be bummed. He was like, never count heads. Go up there every night and play the best show of your life, whether it's 3, whether it's 20. Remember how stoked you are to play. If you just show up and start counting heads, we're getting bigger and bigger. Then when you start getting smaller and smaller, you're gonna get bummed out, and you're not gonna be in it you're gonna be in it for the head count and not in it for the show.
Yeah.
And so that was great advice. Then years later, somebody else gave me some other good advice that really works for especially for the YouTube thing, which is if you are willing to believe everything good everyone says about you, you will also be vulnerable to believing everything bad everyone says about you.
Oh, okay.
So I don't read a lot of comments. Like I read some and then I answer some and then I try to back out. Okay, because they're too nice.
Right.
Well, not that they're too nice. I like people being nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the best and you're the greatest. You're so handsome and it sounds like my mom or somebody. And they're like, why wouldn't you reply to me? Because
right.
if you're willing to believe all that good stuff,
right,
it kind of opens you up to the first person who's like, you look like a snaggletooth jerk. You're gonna be like, hi, going to the dentist, right? But if you don't care, then you don't care. So you have to kind of keep that weird thing.
And also,
put on a great show, put good quality out there.
Yeah.
And do your best for the people that you know are watching and care.
Yeah.
That's what I like about you, because you put quality into everything you do. I mean, look at this freaking bar that you made.
Well, right now it's a mess.
Well, it's my fault, because I'm here.
Can you say Chinaman?
I don't think you can say Chinaman.
I think you can say anything, but you will suffer the repercussions.
Yeah.
Okay.
We could say Dago.
Yeah.
That's ours.
Yeah, that's ours.
Okay.
This is Dago for here. Yeah. What, for God's sakes, is your favorite tiki bar?
This bar. Liar. That's the short answer.
Well, actually, I said liar, but I don't think you're...
No, I'm not lying.
I know.
You know I love the Breezeway, dude. Spike had a Breezeway calendar. Before you started doing pinup photography, you were a photographer,
right?
You had a pinup calendar from the Breezeway because just so many people were shooting in the Breezeway, right? Is that the reason? And I had the Breezeway calendar up on my wall, dude, and I was like, yeah,
I think that was
like the bar. I was like, get these girls out of the way. Where's the Breezeway? Like, I love the Breezeway.
That's what Leroy said too.
Yeah.
He's like, you ever considered maybe doing this calendar without girls?
Yeah, because it's
and I was like,
it's sick. Well, we know you love the ladies, Spike. This place is rad, dude. Just look at that.
thanks.
Look at that. So this is actually my favorite tiki bar. The reason is I come here, you always make me a really good drink.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what is your favorite, not the Breezeway tiki bar? Because Dano said that too, and Dano likes the Palm Springs ones.
Right.
Dano's the surfboard shaper that I interviewed.
I honestly haven't been in that many. The first tiki bar I ever walked into in my life, I can't remember the street, but there's this tiki bar in Pittsburgh, like in the southern part of Pittsburgh, and it's rad. Like you walk in, there's this freaking huge tiki face, and you walk through it, and there's like little huts for each booth.
It's a vintage one?
It was relatively new when I started going there, so this is like 20 years ago now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I turned 21 in Louisiana. I had my first drink at like the oldest tavern, like Lafitte's Bar or whatever.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I was like, they were like, what do you want to drink though? Like when it hit midnight, and I was like, I don't know. So the guy just handed me a Heineken, and that was my first drink.
Heineken.
Lame. I didn't know. I didn't know. Like I don't know.
You're like, all right, whatever.
He just handed me that, and it was midnight, and I went, all right.
Yeah.
So then when I got around to Pittsburgh on that same tour, I was like, oh, there's this bar next door to my buddy's tattoo shop.
Right.
It was literally like, I think it shares a wall. Like it's right next door. So I was like, I'm gonna go check that place out. Like, yeah, it just opened up. I don't know what the whole deal is. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really know about the
tiki
thing.
didn't. Yeah, people didn't know
Pittsburgh
about tiki.
too.
Yeah.
So it was a new place, and it's still there, dude. And that place is rad. So that place is cool because it's all
I wonder what
themed
that
out.
place is. Yeah.
It's like Disney level themed.
Wow,
it's
really?
Really, really cool.
In Pittsburgh.
And now I'm building it up too much, and people are gonna go because I haven't seen it in a long time. But it was like I was like, this is a bar. This is amazing.
I was just in Pittsburgh like a year ago, and nobody.
Oh, it's rad. You gotta go. After I met you,
Yeah.
Don the Beachcomber,
Yeah.
obviously my favorite because I met you down there, you and Shorty and Christian, Judy Luck, and all these people down there all the time.
That's right.
Like, and who else, dude? Who else was dancing in the Hula Girls back then?
Oh, Neva. Yeah.
Neva and Audrey.
Audrey. Yeah.
And what's Audrey's husband's name? That
Don?
guy's super nice. I love that guy.
Yep.
Everyone was super cool, super nice, and that place was like, it's right on the ocean.
I know.
You can hear the waves when you
Yeah,
walk in and
it's
out of
so
the
good.
door, and I come see you and like wander around, sneak around. Oh, it was such a huge place, you know?
He goes to Disney World at least once a year.
Yeah.
And for years and years, I've said, Justin, I will meet you in Florida if I can take you, if we can go to the Mai Kai. And he's always like, yeah, I want to, but I have all these things that I'm kind of obligated to do, and I'm shooting videos, and Allie wants to see this at Disney
Well,
World.
the problem has changed. At first, the problem was people were flying me out there.
Right.
And then it was like, well, I'm kind of on someone else's dime.
Kinda
They put me up in the
obligated.
hotels. It seems weird to like leave for 2 days. They're paying for a hotel and come back.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll get around to it. And then my custody thing changed where I only have every other week.
Right.
So now if I'm out there, I only have like 1 week, and then I gotta come home, and I gotta go back for 1 week. So I just haven't been like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
like make time. Well, you know the people out there, right?
Where?
At the Mai Kai.
Yeah.
So we'd be able to like set it up. Because that's the other thing.
Oh,
too, is, like,
yeah.
I don't know if I want to drive all the way down there when I'm there by myself, and then
Right.
it's like, oh, kind of weird.
Well,
like,
and you want to be able to and I know
I want to be able to film it and not bother people.
Right.
So it's
but also
kinda
be able
weird.
to hang out and have cocktails and stuff.
Yeah.
And really enjoy it.
Like I've never been to was it the Tonga Room in San Francisco? The big
Yeah.
one. And I wanted to forever. Every time I'm there, it's weird hours. It's not open every day.
Right.
Right? It's like
Yeah.
some really weird hours
It's
on
in the
certain
basement of the
days.
Fairmont Hotel. Yeah.
And they still have the boat and everything.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of tiki bars and books. I went to Tiki No a lot because it's across the street from where we record our albums.
Okay.
Tiki No's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's so small. Here's the thing about Tiki No.
Yeah.
It's a hipster bar. It's not really a tiki bar.
Yeah.
It's a hipster bar.
North Hollywood.
It's tiki-ish, and they have the
Yeah.
tiki drinks, and I hear like, oh, the cocktails are supposed to be really good. It's so small that all I see are the people.
Oh, right.
I've never like really gone. They have some cool vibey stuff in the entrance. I can't remember, but I like the theming, dude. Like I love, and that was why Don the Beachcomber was so cool.
Yeah.
Because it was old. You sat in a chair and you knew like 1,000 butts have been in this chair. Like
It's a weird thing to
old.
enjoy. So the thing about the Mai Kai is I think the Mai Kai was built in 55.
That's tight.
And I would say that it's 10 times the size of Don the Beachcomber. The Sam Seafood Don the Beachcomber.
How do they stay open? How do they have that many people? Are there that many people in there every
I
night?
think so.
Well, then what's going on during
They do
COVID?
really well. Yeah,
They
it's
must own
scary.
the building though, at least. I went to a couple of tiki bars in San Francisco too that weren't that place. They were okay. What's that one like pirate themed rum bar in San Francisco? It's kind of cool. It has a basement. There's like kind of like a waterfall like what you
Smuggler's Cove.
Yeah, that place is pretty cool. Not tiki. People are like, it's a great tiki bar when it's not really tiki. It's more of a pirate.
Ooh, that is.
You
were treading on some
I don't know.
dangerous
but everyone
territory.
said, go there, it's a tiki bar. And I went and I was like, there's nothing tiki about it, but it was cool.
So when did you go?
This is like 2015, 2014, 2015.
Okay, so
it was pretty bare bones. There was like some crates hanging up and
so
they had that cool waterfall. I liked it and I liked the drinks.
Yeah,
It didn't scream tiki out.
Right. So the last time I was there, they had added it. So Martin Kate is considered kind of the Stephen Crane or the modern Don the Beachcomber.
Ooh, like a cocktail. Yeah, because the drinks were really good, and that's why everyone was like, "You got to go there. There's this tiki bar. It's the best drinks ever."
But I got the same impression the first time I was there. I was like, "Oh, it's not really like a. It doesn't feel like a tiki
felt more
bar.
like it was like a piratey.
Yeah, but also kind of just a fancy cocktail bar.
Yeah, it's right next to City Hall. It's all fancy.
But they're having trouble right now too.
That sucks.
Can't be open.
That place was cool, but I don't know if purists will consider it a tiki bar. I like old.
Yeah.
I like kind of dirty.
Yeah.
I love the Breezeway is my favorite because it feels like, I don't know. I love this place way better than Trader Sam's or something like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, Trader Sam's is very cool and very awesome. It's also very crowded. The
Well,
one in Florida, I don't think is as good as the one in Anaheim. That's a very unpopular opinion.
I've heard it's too big, kinda.
No, it's like, it's just weird. It's set up in a weird corner of the hotel. It's just, Don the Beachcomber is my standard. Like, it has to be big. There has to be waterfalls and like weird rooms and like a place you can explore. And even though the Breezeway is small, what is this, like 600 square feet, something?
Yeah, maybe,
Maybe 500 square feet, something like that. But you can kind of wander through it. Like, I've been here with a bunch of people when you're having a party and it's like, wow.
Well, I think that's the kind of the mark of a good tiki bar is
There's stuff to discover.
Yeah, you never see it the first time through. I think that's kind of my problem with Trader Sam's is like the ceiling is sparse. I think they did a great job.
Or like a corporate like thing.
It feels like a Disney tiki bar.
It's cool.
And it's really good, and I do love it.
You couldn't have stuff like this in there because people would be carrying it off the wall.
Oh, yeah.
It's just too small.
Right.
Like the Lost Bar, did you ever go there? They had like a kind of Peter Pan themed The Lost Bar.
Oh, that
was out by that pool.
Adorable.
I hated it. It was like a cougar bar.
Oh.
And everybody knew it. And if you went down there and as a youngster and you're like, cool, we're going to go down and get a drink by Disneyland.
You're
awesome.
Get pounced on.
You were going to get, pounced on by a cougar. It was kind of weird. I saved my bass player from a few.
Really? Wow.
Wild panthers down there. Yes, I did. That was kind of weird. It was just a very boring, like bare bones, kind of, nothing really going on there. Outdoors, sort of like, look, you're at a resort.
Oh, right.
It was weird. And then they built Trader Sam's. I was like, oh, it's probably not that cool. And I walked in there, I was like, wow, like they did it. Like there's kind of matting.
Yeah, well the doors are incredible.
The little beer tops are like the tiki things. The doors at Leroy Carb.
I know.
So it's cool. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but it's so small.
Yeah.
And it's very crowded.
I honestly love Trader Sam's. I think that's one of my favorite tiki bars.
Yeah. I take it back. The first tiki bar I ever went to was that place in the International Village in Hawaii, but I was too young to drink.
Oh.
They also had food there during the daytime.
International Marketplace?
Yeah, International Marketplace. What was that? That was Don the Beachcomber, right? Yeah, that's the first tiki bar I was ever in. That was like 1998 or something.
Yeah.
And they had food, so you could go in, but you could tell it was like, oh, this is a bar.
Right, yeah.
We're not supposed to be in here. And it was kind of, I think somebody that I was with were like on a school field trip. Like that's something that we left. I think it was 98. 98.
Wow.
I don't even know if it was actually Don the Beachcomber still then.
I think it used to be.
Something else by then.
Yeah. There was a plaque or something, because I went in that building too.
And that was like a bar / restaurant, and we went in there. And it was all still like, that place was rad.
Because I went there too.
That International Marketplace, just that place was rad.
Yep, and then they leveled it.
I can't believe that.
And they
I bought
turned
some
into
ninja stars from there and tried to smuggle them back to LA in my luggage. Bad choice, kids. Oh, the statute of limitations up on that.
Yeah, they might lock you up now.
My mom might see that.
Oh, your mom. Yeah.
And I got in a fist fight in the airport. So that was cool. In Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah, and I got laid. They put a lay on me. You liked that joke, dude. Come on, you liked it. No, this is my favorite tiki bar. If you could open a bar, that would be it. Like my favorite thing.
The problem is I don't know anything about running a bar, but I think that I know how to decorate a bar. The good fortune that I've had in bar decorating or bar decorations a couple of really good estate sales, like groundbreaking.
No, you can't give the credit to the sales, man. It's taste.
Well, but you wouldn't even come across these pieces if you didn't have those sales.
Well, you only, people only watch your videos because you went to Disneyland or whatever. But lots of people go there and film. It's not necessarily the place or the artifact. It's how you do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Give yourself some credit, Spike. I never give myself any, but you should give yourself some credit. That actually feels like tap cloth. What the heck, dude? That's a sick shirt.
Bark cloth.
What is that?
So they call it bark.
Is that a vintage shirt from the 1940s?
60s.
Wow. Look at that. Mine, I don't know. It smells old. It's probably from a dead guy.
Do you need to plug anything?
No.
Say anything?
All I want to say is that whoever out there in the world finds out that you need to open a tiki bar, I hope they supply you with money. And also, look at this sick shirt.
See?
You want a really sick shirt.
I knew he'd plug something.
You gotta grab one of these. No, this is the Breezeway is the best.
Justin's a rad graphic designer and he has a lot of great merch for his show. And go watch a lot of his stuff. It's super good. And eventually we will do either one of my shows or one of his shows from the Maikai in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Someday we will go there. But
we'll bring McBiff.
You should open a tiki bar, and I think
not right now. All the bars are going out.
Okay, not now. Maybe after the pandemic. But what I think would be cool is opening one where instead of a huge big show space, because people don't like watch dinner shows anymore.
Yeah.
Someone should open a place the size of Don the Beachcomber with a lot of little small spaces.
Yeah. You've kind of had a lot of awesome but weird experiences from your show.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't get like mazillions of views because I try not to be like Mr. Clickbaity guy.
Yeah, but you did have an episode.
I try to like really pace myself on quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube like rewards quantity. So if you're just trying to make a success at YouTube, just upload something every day and just talk about whatever's cool.
Right.
And hashtag whatever's hip.
Yeah.
There you go. Hashtag TikTok,
We might be changing this show to a show about Beyonce from now.
Is Beyonce still cool?
I don't know. Thought that was the cool chick.
Nah, that's like 2009.
You seen Britney Spears' Instagram?
No. Does Britney Spears have an Instagram?
Well, why would she not?
I guess so.
But also, it's terrifying.
Why? What's she doing? But quality, that's the thing. You want to make quality over quantity. I try to do something family friendly, so I don't often indulge in the alcoholic beverages.
I know.
The adult beverages.
My whole show is adult beverages.
I keep it clean. But I mean, like I was in a band, so I can swear like a sailor. I can sail like a sailor. And I can drink like a lush because all my powers have gone away with that.
I think the funny thing is that I don't think a lot of people know who you are because of the who you are you portray on your show.
Huh?
You heard me.
What?
I lost my lemon.
Here you go, buddy. You're Mr. History. You have to be authentic. That's why I like you, Spike.
Why?
Because you also are a punk rocker. Secret Ramones cover band punk rocker.
Ooh, yeah.
Is that a secret?
Not really, but...
This guy was in a Ramones cover band.
Yeah, but I had Joey Ramone's brother singing for us. So...
He was in a Ramones cover band with someone bloodly related to the Ramones.
Bloodly. And we played in Brazil.
Hi, I'm Bloodly Ramone. I haven't gone to Brazil, but I'm kind of scared of it because
I'm totally scared
everyone
of it.
that I know that has gone to Brazil for a long time or comes from Brazil is like, oh, Brazil's the best. You gotta come down here. It's beautiful. Also, though, if you turn the wrong corner, you'll die.
Yeah.
So don't go to Brazil, but you should totally go to Brazil. And I got a lot of mixed messages about Brazil, so I'm like, one day, maybe.
The Murder Queen lives in Brazil.
Yeah, she's really nice. She follows me and Allie, and I can't remember what she said. She sent some messages or something. She's really nice. Seems really very nice. And then you did that music video, and I was like, dang, Spike can film better than me too. He can make a better cocktail than me. He's more handsome than me. I am taller though. I've got one.
Much taller.
I've got one thing.
Yeah, and you're engaged.
Nailed it.
All I have is a dog. Can you give me that beer over there?
Is there a beer?
Yeah.
This is how hardcore I am. I was moving for a couple days. I got a little sore. A dog frightened me. I went, ah! And I sprained my hip.
Like an old lady.
I guess you could say, like my grandma, I'm so hip, it hurts. Rip Sir Sean Connery. Yes!
I'm drinking a beer now.
That's wrong. That's the cocktail hour. It's not the beer hour. A lot of high heels get up on this bar, right through that resin.
That's true.
I can talk for the rest of my life.
No, I know. You're super good at it. Hey, dog, keep it down.
Yo, dog! It's so much work.
Dude, it's so much work.
Yeah, like, all I'm thinking about is like, damn, he's gonna have a lot of editing to do because I don't shut up.
Well, every time I make one of these things, I probably have like 90 edits throughout the f***ing video.
Because of that. Because the F-bombs.
So from the night, oh, what am I gonna say? So from the golden, hold on.
Sorry. What's up, Astro?
Oh, there's a dog down here. Hi, dog.
What's up, dog?
Um,
Just two bros getting sticky together at the bar. Okay.
Okay. Yes. Action. We are going to. What are you doing with that?
Are we gonna need a garnish at the end? Like, comment, and subscribe. Go home and sleep well.
Oh wow! You said the thing.
Yeah.